When you grow old, don't share personal life with anyone. As the years pass, life teaches us lessons that we couldn't have imagined in our youth. One of the most profound truths we learn is the importance of guarding our personal lives. This doesn't mean we become closed off or secretive. It's about choosing wisely whom we allow into the most sacred parts of our hearts. In this chapter of life, many of us find ourselves with more time to reflect on our experiences, our relationships, and our values. Perhaps you've been the one who always shared your stories, joys, and challenges freely. But as you grow older, it becomes clearer. Not everyone needs or deserves to know the details of your life. This isn't a call to isolate. It's an invitation to protect your peace. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. 1. Your personal life is sacred. Your personal life is a masterpiece painted with the strokes of your experiences, joys, struggles, and lessons. Each moment, whether triumph or trial, is a thread in the intricate fabric of your being. These aren't just passing events, they're pieces of your soul, shaped by time, love, loss, and resilience. As you age, this tapestry becomes even more precious, a testament to the life you've lived. And like any great work of art, it deserves to be handled with care. It can be tempting to share your story freely, especially when someone expresses interest. After all, the journey you've walked is remarkable. But not everyone who asks has the capacity to understand, respect, or honor the depth of your experiences. Some may listen out of curiosity, others may listen for gossip, and a few may listen with judgment in their hearts. What they don't see is the value of the life you've built, the battles you fought, and the wisdom you've gained. Your personal life is sacred because it belongs to you and only you. It isn't just a collection of anecdotes to fill a conversation. It's the essence of who you are. To share it recklessly is to risk diminishing its value. Your memories aren't just stories, they are treasures, the currency of a life richly lived. When shared with those who don't truly understand or appreciate their worth, these treasures can be misunderstood, taken lightly, or even used against you. Guarding your personal life isn't about secrecy or mistrust. It's about honoring what is sacred. It's about recognizing that your journey, with all its twists and turns, is a gift to be shared with those who have earned the right to hear it. Not everyone will see the beauty in your pain, the triumph in your struggles, or the wisdom in your reflections. And that's okay. It doesn't mean you're closed off. It means you're discerning. There's a quiet power in holding parts of your life close to your heart. It's a way of saying, I value myself enough to share only with those who truly care. When you choose to share selectively, you're not withholding, you're preserving. You're ensuring that the sacred moments of your life are honored, not diluted by the casual or indifferent. As you grow older, this practice becomes even more important. The world around you may change, but the lessons you've learned and the life you've lived remain constant. Those who truly know and love you will never demand access to every part of your story. They will respect the boundaries you set and cherish the moments you choose to share. Remember, your personal life isn't a public domain. It's a sanctuary, and like any sanctuary, it deserves to be protected, cherished, and shared only with those who will treat it with the reverence it deserves. 2. The value of discernment. As the years accumulate, so does the wisdom born of experience. Life has a way of teaching us what no book or lecture ever could, that not everyone who crosses our path deserves a seat at our table. Discernment, that quiet but powerful ability to judge wisely, becomes one of the most treasured gifts of aging. It's not about suspicion or mistrust. It's about knowing the worth of your own story and carefully deciding who has earned the privilege to hear it. When we're young, we often share freely, assuming that everyone will receive our stories with kindness and understanding. But time, and sometimes heartbreak, teaches us otherwise. The truth is, not everyone who listens truly hears. Not everyone who asks truly cares. And not everyone who claims to care is free from their own agendas. Discernment allows us to navigate these complexities with grace. It's the quiet voice inside that asks, will this person hold my words with the care they deserve? Discernment is not only about protecting yourself, it's about honoring the sacredness of your journey, the moments that make up your life, the laughter and tears, the triumphs and losses are not for casual consumption. They are jewels, valuable and rare, and not everyone has the eyes to see their brilliance. To discern who is worthy of your trust is to respect the life you've lived, the lessons you've learned, and the person you've become. But discernment is not just a protective shield. It is also a guide to connection. By choosing carefully whom to confide in, you create space for deeper, more meaningful relationships. It allows you to give your best to those who truly matter while sparing yourself the pain of misplaced trust. Sharing your life with the right people doesn't just protect you, it enriches you. These are the people who will celebrate your victories without envy, stand by you in your struggles without judgment, and hold your secrets with reverence. Perhaps you've encountered individuals who seemed trustworthy, only to reveal themselves as anything but. It's easy to feel hurt or even cynical after such experiences, but discernment isn't about closing yourself off in fear. It's about learning from those moments and moving forward with clarity and wisdom. Each encounter, whether uplifting or disappointing, sharpens your ability to see others for who they truly are. Trust, after all, is not a gift to be given lightly. It is a privilege that others earn through their actions, not their words. Discernment allows you to distinguish between those who genuinely care and those who only appear to. It helps you understand that someone's proximity to you, be it as a friend, relative, or acquaintance, does not automatically grant them access to your innermost thoughts and feelings. This wisdom is liberating. It frees you from the burden of oversharing and from the disappointments that often follow. It reminds you that it's okay to hold back, to protect what is precious, and to save the best of yourself for those who have proven themselves worthy. Discernment empowers you to honor your own story by sharing it only with those who will cherish it. In the end, discernment is an act of self-respect. It is the realization that your life is valuable, your experiences are profound, and your trust is not something to be handed out freely. As you grow older, let this wisdom guide you. Let it help you build relationships that uplift and nurture you, while gently steering you away from those that don't. In this way, discernment becomes not just a skill, but a cornerstone of a life lived with intention, dignity, and grace. 3. The danger of oversharing. In a world where words flow freely and boundaries blur, the temptation to overshare can be strong. The casual questions of acquaintances, the persistent inquiries of distant relatives, or even the seeming intimacy of online interactions can pull us into revealing more than we intended. But as you age, you come to understand the weight of your words and the power of your silence. Oversharing isn't just a matter of saying too much, it's a risk to the dignity, peace, and security you've worked so hard to cultivate. Your life has been full of moments, big and small, that have shaped the person you are today. These moments carry meaning and depth that not everyone is equipped to understand or honor. When you overshare, you open yourself up to interpretations that may distort the beauty of your truth. Some will misunderstand you, seeing only fragments of the story without grasping the whole. Others may judge you, using your words as a lens to see what they want to see, rather than who you truly are. The most painful consequence of oversharing, however, can be betrayal. Perhaps you've confided in someone only to later find your trust misplaced. Words shared in vulnerability can become weapons in the wrong hands, twisted or shared further than you ever intended. These experiences leave scars, teaching the hard lesson that not everyone values trust as deeply as you do. But oversharing isn't always intentional. It can happen in moments of loneliness, when the need for connection clouds our judgment. It can occur in casual conversations where a kind word or curious question makes us forget to pause. These moments remind us of the importance of self awareness, of recognizing when our need to be seen outweighs our instinct to protect. Avoiding the dangers of oversharing doesn't mean shutting yourself off or silencing your voice. It means being intentional. It's about understanding that your story is a treasure chest, not an open book. Not everyone who asks deserves an answer, and not every situation calls for transparency. There is strength and discretion in choosing when and how to share the precious details of your life. This discernment allows you to hold on to your dignity. There's a quiet power in deciding that some parts of your life belong only to you, or to a select few who have proven themselves trustworthy. It's not about secrecy or shame, it's about honoring your journey. You've walked far, weathered storms, and celebrated victories. Those experiences are yours, and sharing them should always be a choice, never an obligation. The danger of oversharing is that it takes something sacred and makes it common. It invites those who don't deserve access into spaces they were never meant to occupy. And the cost of reclaiming your peace after such invasions is far greater than the cost of holding back in the first place. When you choose to share sparingly, you protect the sanctity of your life's narrative. You ensure that your voice is heard by those who truly care, not lost in the noise of idle curiosity or casual judgment. So pause before you speak. Ask yourself if the person on the other side of the conversation has earned the right to hear your story. Reflect on whether sharing this part of yourself will bring you connection or leave you vulnerable. And trust that it's okay to say nothing at all. In the end, your silence can speak volumes about the value you place on your own life and the wisdom you've gained over the years. Let that silence be your strength, and let it guide you to a peace that no words can disturb. 4. Cultivating a trusted inner circle. As the years unfold, the noise of the world grows fainter, and what truly matters becomes clearer. Among life's greatest lessons is the realization that it's not the number of people in your life that brings fulfillment, but the depth of the connections you cultivate. At this stage, the presence of a trusted inner circle, a small group of individuals who know and love you wholly, becomes one of life's most profound treasures. A trusted inner circle is not about proximity or shared history alone. It's not merely about family ties, neighbors, or old friends from decades past. It's about the quality of the bond, the mutual respect, and the unwavering trust that defines these relationships. These are the people who don't just see your triumphs, they've walked with you through your struggles. They've seen your humanity in all its messiness and beauty and embraced it without hesitation. These relationships are rare and they're meant to be cherished. They are the safe spaces where you can lay down the armor you've carried through life. In their company, you don't have to measure your words or conceal your vulnerabilities. They are the ones who will celebrate your joys with pure-hearted enthusiasm, stand by you in moments of doubt, and remind you of your worth when you forget. They are the keepers of your stories, treating them not as gossip to be passed on, but as sacred confidences to be guarded. But a trusted inner circle doesn't form overnight, nor does it come from mere proximity or convenience. It's built slowly over time through shared experiences and moments of genuine connection. It's nurtured by mutual care, respect, and an unspoken understanding that the relationship is a sanctuary. And as you've grown older, you've learned to recognize these rare gems of connection and hold them close. Cultivating this circle requires discernment and intentionality. It means acknowledging that not everyone who enters your life is meant to stay. It means letting go of relationships that drain your energy or compromise your peace, no matter how long they've existed. While it may feel painful at first, this practice creates room for connections that nourish your soul and allow you to feel seen and valued. Equally important is your role in these relationships. To have a trusted inner circle, you must also be a trustworthy presence in the lives of others. This doesn't mean being perfect, it means being present, reliable, and compassionate. It means listening without judgment, offering support without conditions, and celebrating the other person's journey as if it were your own. Trust is a two-way street, and when it's nurtured on both sides, the bond becomes unbreakable. There's also great freedom in knowing that not everyone needs to be part of your inner circle. In fact, the power of these relationships lies in their exclusivity. When you focus your energy on a few meaningful connections, you deepen the intimacy and trust that make these relationships so special. The outside world may clamor for attention, but within your circle, there is quiet, understanding, and the kind of love that doesn't demand performance or perfection. As you cultivate this inner circle, you also cultivate peace. You find comfort in knowing there are people who truly understand you, who will hold your hand in times of sorrow and cheer you on in times of joy. These connections remind you that even as the world shifts and changes, there are constants, people who will stand beside you no matter what. And so, as you continue this chapter of life, let your energy flow towards those who deserve it. Cherish the relationships that lift you up and let go of those that weigh you down. A trusted inner circle is one of life's greatest blessings, and it's worth every ounce of care and attention you give it. In their company, you are safe, valued, and loved. A reminder that even in life's quietest moments, you are never truly alone. 5. Protecting your peace. There comes a time in life when protecting your peace becomes not just a choice, but a necessity. After decades of giving, striving, and navigating the complexities of relationships and responsibilities, you arrive at a point where your inner calm is your greatest treasure. It's a quiet realization that the most profound gift you can give yourself is the space to simply be, free from unnecessary turmoil, unearned expectations, and the weight of others' judgments. Peace doesn't just happen, it's something you cultivate moment by moment, choice by choice. And one of the most powerful ways is to protect your peace is by being intentional about what and who you allow into your life. Not every conversation needs your attention. Not every problem is yours to solve. Not every relationship deserves to take up space in your heart or your mind. There is profound strength in setting boundaries, in saying no when it's necessary, and in choosing yourself without guilt. Your peace is not selfish, it is sacred. It's the foundation of your well-being and the key to living this chapter of your life with joy and dignity. To protect it, you must first recognize its value. Think of all the moments in your life when your peace was disrupted by unnecessary drama, by people who took more than they gave, or by situations that demanded more of you than you had to offer. Those experiences were teachers, reminding you that your time, energy, and spirit are finite resources that must be guarded wisely. But protecting your peace isn't about building walls or isolating yourself from the world. It's about creating a sanctuary within, a place where you feel safe, whole, and unshaken by the noise around you. This sanctuary allows you to reflect on the beauty of your journey, to savor the simple joys of life, and to connect deeply with the people and experiences that truly matter. One of the most profound ways to protect your peace is through the art of letting go. Let go of the need to explain yourself to those who will never truly understand. Let go of the guilt that comes from putting yourself first. Let go of the relationships that no longer serve your highest good. Let go of the idea that you must carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. In letting go, you create space for tranquility, clarity, and the freedom to focus on what brings you happiness. Another way to safeguard your peace is by embracing the power of silence. Not every thought needs to be spoken, and not every story needs to be shared. Silence can be a refuge, a way to preserve your energy and protect your heart. It's not about withholding, it's about choosing when and with whom to share your truth. By practicing silence, you reclaim control over your narrative, ensuring that your voice is heard only by those who value it. Protecting your peace also means surrounding yourself with people who uplift and inspire you. These are the individuals who respect your boundaries, who listen without judgment, and who bring light into your life. They are the ones who make you feel safe to be yourself, free from the fear of criticism or misunderstanding. In their presence, your peace is not just protected, it flourishes. Finally, protecting your peace requires self-compassion. Life will always have its challenges, and not every moment will be serene. But when you approach yourself with kindness and understanding, you create a buffer against the chaos of the outside world. You remind yourself that you are deserving of rest, of joy, and of a life free from unnecessary burdens. As you walk through this stage of life, let protecting your peace be your guiding principle. Choose simplicity over complication, authenticity over pretense, and calm over chaos. Let your peace be a reflection of the wisdom you've gained, the love you've given, and the strength you've built. In doing so, you honor the incredible journey that has brought you here, and you create a space where your soul can truly thrive. 6. Embracing privacy as a strength. In a world that seems to prize openness and oversharing, there is something profoundly empowering about embracing privacy as a strength. Privacy is not secrecy. It is not a retreat into isolation or a refusal to connect. Instead, it is the quiet recognition that not everything needs to be laid bare for others to see. It is an act of self-respect, a way of honoring the life you've built and the person you've become. As you grow older, the world can sometimes feel insistent, pulling at you to reveal more than you wish to share. Casual conversations may stray into deeply personal territory. Social expectations might nudge you to speak when silence feels more natural. But you've learned through time and experience that there is wisdom in holding back, in allowing parts of your story to remain your own. Your life is like a great novel, filled with chapters of joy, pain, triumph, and growth. But not every reader is entitled to the whole story. Some only see the cover, while others may skim a few pages. Only a select few, those who have earned your trust, deserve to delve into the depth of your narrative. Embracing privacy means acknowledging that this choice is yours alone to make. It is the right to decide what to share, when to share it, and with whom. There is power in keeping certain moments sacred. These are the memories, thoughts, and feelings that belong only to you, that don't need validation or approval to hold their meaning. When you embrace privacy, you give yourself permission to treasure these moments without interference. You allow yourself to revisit them as they are, untainted by the judgments or interpretations of others. Privacy also creates space for reflection. In the quiet, away from the noise of external opinions, you can truly understand and appreciate your journey. It allows you to explore your thoughts and feelings without the pressure of explaining them to anyone else. This space isn't about shutting others out, it's about giving yourself the freedom to be fully present with your own soul. By choosing privacy, you also protect your emotional well-being. You've likely encountered people who took your openness for granted, who responded to your vulnerability with insensitivity or indifference. These experiences teach a valuable lesson. Not everyone has the capacity to hold your truth with care. Embracing privacy shields you from the hurt that can come from misplaced trust, allowing you to maintain your peace and dignity. But perhaps the most beautiful aspect of privacy is how it deepens your connections with the right people. When you reserve your innermost thoughts and feelings for those who have proven themselves worthy, you create bonds built on mutual respect and understanding. These relationships thrive not because you share everything, but because what you do share is given with intention and trust. To embrace privacy is to reclaim the narrative of your life. It is to acknowledge that your story is yours alone and that sharing it is a privilege you bestow, not a duty you fulfill. It is a quiet declaration of independence, a way of saying, I am enough as I am, and I will choose how and when to invite others into my world. As you continue on this path, let privacy be a source of strength and serenity. Let it remind you that your worth is not measured by the number of people who know your story, but by the depth of your understanding of yourself. In this way, privacy becomes not a barrier, but a bridge to the most authentic version of you, a place where your heart is at peace, your soul is free, and your life is your own to cherish. A final reflection. As you journey through this season of life, take pride in the wisdom you've gathered along the way. You've learned that your personal life, your story, is not something to be shared lightly. It is sacred, shaped by countless moments of joy, sorrow, growth, and triumph. By choosing to guard it with discernment and intention, you honor the path that has brought you here. Remember, your value is not tied to how much you reveal, but to the depth of who you are. Your peace, your privacy, and your trusted relationships are treasures worth protecting. In a world that often demands access to every corner of our lives, there is immense strength in saying, not all of me is for everyone. This isn't selfish, it's wise. It's an act of self-respect that ensures your spirit remains unshaken and your heart remains whole. As you hold back the parts of your life that are meant only for you or a trusted few, you create space for authenticity, serenity, and connection. You allow your story to remain a sanctuary, one that offers comfort and meaning without fear of misunderstanding or misuse. And in doing so, you pave the way for deeper, more meaningful relationships with those who truly matter. Let this stage of your life be one of intention, where you choose how to share yourself, who to share with, and when to simply remain silent. Trust in the beauty of your journey and the power of your boundaries. For in this, you are not just protecting yourself, you are elevating your existence, ensuring that the essence of who you are remains untainted and cherished. You've earned the right to live with peace and dignity, to treasure the life you've built, and to share it only as you see fit. Embrace this with confidence, for the strength of your wisdom and the depth of your soul will always shine brightest when you honor them. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.